भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी। हरे कृष्ण। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। So we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, first chapter, titled as Questions by Vidura. Vidura is asking questions to whom he asking questions to? Uddhav ji. So here he is inquiring about Lord Krishna and his associates. So Uddhav ji is asking to Vidura ji is asking to Uddhav ji. Text 36. अपि स्वदौरभ्यं विजयाच्युतभयं धर्मेण धर्म प्रतिपाति सेतुं दुर्योधनात्यप्यत्त यतसभ्यां सम्राज्यलक्ष्म्य विजयानुवर्तय. Translation. Also, let me inquire whether Maharaj Yudhishthir is now maintaining the kingdom according to the religious principles and with respect for the path of religion. Formerly, Duryodhan was burning with envy because Yudhishthir was being protected by arms of Krishna and Arjuna as if they were his own arms. So here, Vidurji has first inquired about Lord Krishna, then he inquired about Lord Krishna's family members, he inquired about Pradyumna, Samba, Aniruddha, he inquired about Vasudev, he inquired about Surasen, Ugrasen, he inquired about Devaki, and now he is inquiring about Maharaj Yudhishthir. So Yudhishthir Maharaj was the king, and after Mahabharat war was over, he was coronated as the king of entire Bharatvarsha, and he was ruling according to the religious principles, and he was protected by Lord Krishna and Arjuna, and his enemy, arch rival, was envious Duryodhana. So here Vidurji is inquiring about how is Maharaj Yudhishthir doing. He is inquiring to Uddhavji. In purport, Srila Prabhupada ji writes, Maharaj Yudhishthir was the emblem of religion. When he was ruling his kingdom with the help of Lord Krishna and Arjuna, the opulence of his kingdom surpassed all the imaginations of the opulence of kingdom of heaven. His actual arms were Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Thus, he surpassed everyone's opulence. Duryodhan, being envious of this opulence, planned so many schemes to put Yudhishthir into difficulty. And at the last, the battle of Kurukshetra was brought about. After the battle of Kurukshetra, Maharaj Yudhishthira was again able to rule the legitimate kingdom and reinstated the principles of honor and respect for the religion. That is the beauty of a kingdom ruled by a pious king like Maharaj Yudhishthira. So here Prabhupada ji is giving brief history of Mahabharata, where Yudhishthira, who was the rightful owner of the kingdom, was dethroned, was asked to go to the forest by envious Duryodhana. Here it says, Duryodhana was envious and he planned so many schemes to put Yudhishthira Maharaj into difficulty. So they planned a dice game and they were cheated. So enviness, greed, cheating tendencies, all are together. They go hand in hand. So that is why it is better to be away from the people who are envious of you. Because these envious people, they will try to harm you. And even though Lord Krishna was protecting Yudhishthira Maharaj, and Arjuna was also protecting Yudhishthira Maharaj, but Yudhishthira Maharaj was uh, very much righteous person. So this Duryodhana took disadvantage of his righteousness and he asked him to play a dice game. And in the dice game, they cheated Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj was a very straightforward man. So he was cheated again and again. And Krishna always protected Pandavas. But Yudhishthira Maharaj, being very righteous, he was always trying to. He was never envious to Duryodhana, even though Duryodhana was envious to him. So Duryodhana tried to kill Yudhishthira Maharaj and all the Pandavas, but Yudhishthira Maharaj was very kind actually towards everybody. And he never thought of tit for tat. Sometimes people have this tendency that if he does bad to me, I will do bad to him. That's called tit for tat. But Yudhishthira Maharaj never had this idea that I will do tit for tat. Bhima was like that. Bhima, he was like very angry when Duryodhan and Dushashan, they humiliated Draupadi. And Duryodhana, when at that time Bhima had taken a vow that I will kill both of them. But Yudhishthira Maharaj never ever took such a vow. Even when Ashwathama, Ashwathama, who was son of Dronacharya. And then Ashwathama, when he killed all the young children of Pandavas, they were sleeping actually. And Ashwathama came in the middle of the night and killed all the children in the sleep. So at that time, Arjuna took a vow that I will kill this Ashwathama. And when he was brought in front of Maharaj Yudhishthira said that he should be forgiven because he is son of Brahmana. You see, this is the tolerance of Maharaj Yudhishthira. Maharaj Yudhishthira was like very, very, very tolerant of all the, greatest of the great tolerance. If you have an example in the history, that is Maharaj Yudhishthira. He never ever thought bad about his enemy ever. He's called Ajata Shatru. He was never envious or animosity with anybody. And in the battlefield of Kurukshetra also, when Lord Krishna asked Maharaj Yudhishthira that, hey Yudhishthira, you say that Ashwathama hatayata naro vacha kunjrova. And he said, you declare in the Kurukshetra war that Ashwathama is killed so that Dronacharya, when hearing, he will get depressed and he will give his arms. But Yudhishthira Maharaj was even at that time, he said, "No, I'm not going to do that. It is false." So the other enemy, they were doing all the wrong things, but Yudhishthir Maharaj was refusing to Lord Krishna even that, okay, I will not tell lie. The reason Lord Krishna asked Yudhishthir, because Yudhishthir never ever told lie. He was always truthful. That is the quality of Yudhishthir Maharaj, that he was never uh, cunning in nature. Sometimes we become very selfish and we tell lie, but Yudhishthir Maharaj was not talking lie at all. So when Lord Krishna said, Yudhishthir Maharaj, can you say loudly that Ashwatthama is killed? Yudhishthira, no, 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 Krishna, I can't say that. That's wrong. You see, when Krishna says wrong, it is also right. Krishna never says anything adharma. So Lord Krishna asked Bhima that there is an elephant whose name is Ashwatthama. Throw your mace, gada, at that elephant. So elephant got killed. So when elephant was killed, Yudhishthir Maharaj loudly shouted, "Oh Ashwatthama hatayata!" And then Lord Krishna blew the conch shell. And when he blew the conch shell, then Yudhishthir Maharaj said, "Naro vacha kunjarova." So either elephant or man, I don't know. But that last part where it was submerged, it was covered up by the conch shell voice. So then Dronacharya, when he heard that Ashwatthama Hatayata and said by Yudhishthir Maharaj, so he believed it and he gave up his weapons, and that time Dronacharya was killed. The reason Lord Krishna did this, because as long as the Dronacharya was on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, there was no chance Pandava can win, because he was like a guru, right? So Ashwatthama and Karna and all the Kaurava senas, they killed Abhimanyu by cheating actually. So Abhimanyu was called into the Chakravyuh, and he was killed by cheating. So then Lord Krishna said, if they are going to cheat, then we will going to teach them a lesson. So Lord Krishna then he asked Yudhishthir Maharaj that you have to tell. You see, Yudhishthir Maharaj's Rath was always above the ground during the war of Mahabharata. But as soon as he said, I'm not going to tell lie, his Rath touched the ground, because Lord Krishna, whatever Krishna says, we have to do it. If you disobey the Lord Krishna's order, then you will fall to ground.
Devotees are wrong idea, they lie and say.
So Lord Krishna, whatever Krishna says, we have to do it. So here Krishna asked Arjuna that Arjuna, you throw the arrow now at Dronacharya. Arjuna also little hesitant. Oh, how can I throw the arrow to Dronacharya when he is given up the arms? He said, if you don't throw, then he will kill all of you. But like that. So here is the thing that Lord Krishna.
Yudhishthir didn't want to have a battle.
Yudhishthir Maharaj was never in favor of battle, but the battle was imposed upon them by Duryodhana and Sena. So then Maharaj Yudhishthir agreed upon the war because it was challenged. Kshatriya never refuses a challenge. That is the quality of Kshatriya. That is the dharma of Kshatriya. That if somebody challenges, okay, you come and fight with me, Kshatriya never can refuse. That is why he had to play the dice game. The dice game was there because he was challenged. If he would not have been challenged, then he was not like addicted to gambling match. So Yudhishthir Maharaj was not like a gambler that he lost everything. But he had to, because he was every time challenged by Duryodhana. And when true Kshatriya never will give up the challenge. So that's how the whole gambling match happened. Gambling is a dangerous thing. What we learn from Mahabharata is the same thing, that we should not gamble. But people who lose, they gamble more actually. That's how the thing is. So So we have to be really careful. That is why one of the four principles is no gambling. So Srila Prabhupada gave us four regulatory principles. One principle is no meat eating, second is no intoxication, third is no gambling. So that is very important. So gambling includes like buying shares. Uh, it's like gambling means
You've been cheated that the Lord will come to save.
huh?
The Pandavas cheated and the Lord came to
Lord
save
came
them
to save
by gambling.
Pandavas, but that
By
is
gambling.
Lord did not save them because they gambled, but the Lord came because they were devotees of Him. It was, and they did not gamble because they like gambling. It was just that Yudhishthira Maharaj, being Kshatriya, he was challenged in gambling, and it's a duty of Kshatriya not that accept the challenge. Any challenge is given to Kshatriya, they have to accept. And that was the part of Yudhishthira Maharaj's duty. So like that. But we have to be very careful. Yudhishthir Maharaj is in a different plane. We are on a different plane. We can't compare with him. But we have to make sure that we don't gamble or gambling is just like you put $1 and then you hope that it will become $100. But that is not like that. You have to work hard and invest. If you want to ever invest in Krishna. So if you want to invest money, then give that money to Krishna consciousness. Krishna will never keep you a penny. He will multiply million times and give it back to you. So if you really want to invest in Krishna consciousness. If you take one step to Krishna, Krishna will take 1,000 steps towards you. Especially in the month of Kartik, if you donate a Deepadan is called Deepadan. When we donate Deepadan, Krishna will never ever let you down. There was this story of a fruit seller lady who was selling the fruits, and she gave some fruits to Lord Krishna when he was little baby, and when she went home, the whole basket was full of jewelry. So like that. So if you ever want to invest any money, invest in Krishna consciousness. Distribute books, distribute prasadam. But people store all the money in their banks. They don't use anything for Krishna service. We request them, do you want to donate some? No, 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 we don't have money. What can we say? People are, where are they going to take all the money with them? They have to donate something for Krishna Katha, Krishna consciousness, Krishna preaching. But people have no faith in Krishna. So what can we say? That is why we have to read this Bhagavatam. Because when we read Bhagavatam, how Krishna protected Yudhishthira Maharaj, our faith in Krishna increases more and more. And how Krishna protected Srila Prabhupada, how Krishna is still protecting all his wonderful devotees. We can see all around us that there are so many wonderful devotees of Krishna who are being always protected by Krishna himself. Even though people ask this question, where is God? Where is God? We see live examples in our life that Krishna is looking after his devotees very nicely. Whether the devotee is poor or rich does not matter. Krishna looks after every of his devotees very nicely. So we should keep on faith in Krishna. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So we keep on chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.